Hello.
And welcome to Film Bastards.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to episode 538. Got it wrong there, we just confirmed what it was.
Oh yeah, it is 538. I knew 338 sounded weird.
So I, for some reason, I can't get the threes out of my head.
No, yeah, you're alright. I said yeah, it was as well. Yeah, you're all good.
I'm one of your co-hosts, Matt Foster, and as ever, I am joined by...
Ian Loring, who doesn't know numbers.
Me neither. Becky, who probably does know numbers, is on her way, but she's not here yet. And what have we got this week? We have a double review, don't we? We've got The Fall Guy, and we have Love Lies Bleeding. I would say two hot films at the other opposite ends of the spectrum on that there. We've also got the usual bits and bats that we have. We'll have some chat about news. There's a few trailers, I think.
Yeah, at least one or two, actually.
I've watched a bunch of films, to be honest, so I've got a bunch of what we're watching, and we've got some Twitter questions out there. We are a Pod Syndicate podcast. Go and listen to our friend shows, including Entertainment Land Film, Phil, Rewatch Project, Gaming Landfill, I think, is still going, and Chinstroker versus Punter. I promise at some point I will be able to talk properly. Ian, what's been happening in the old movie news this week?
Pope's Exorcist 2 is happening.
Fuck yeah, it is. I mean, that's just glorious, isn't it?
Had to be done.
It's just such good news. It fills my heart with happiness that we're getting a Pope's Exorcist 2. And it's weird that film seems to have really kind of clicked with people. Like, I saw a meme thing of somebody had taken a picture of Russell Crowe on the moped from the Pope's Exorcist. And had put it on the carpet of the Met Gala, and just with the caption just said, "Now it's a fucking party." It's just, there's a world where that film just for some reason, because literally even to this point at work, a girl I work with turned round to me and said about an hour after I'd messaged you saying that they're making a Pope's Exorcist 2, and she shouted from one end of the shop to the other, it makes me open at this point, and went, "Mark!" I was like, "What?" She's like, "Fucking Pope's Exorcist 2!" And it's only because we talked about it when it first came out. She said she went to the cinema and seen it, and she said, "I went to see this film, but it's really shit, and you won't like it." I was like, "What was it?" She's like, "The Pope's Exorcist." Like,
she doesn't know you at all, does she?
Fucking God.
It's really shit and you won't like it.
Yeah. And she's like, "Seriously liked one, it's fucking great." When that fucking guy just fucking explodes, she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "It's amazing, isn't it?"
I still, the moment where, "Give me the priest," and then a priest goes in and then just gets chucked out of the room and it's just, "Not that one." It's great. Good.
Oh, what a picture.
Good. Do you remember at the start of that film where he convinces the possessed, the demon or whatever it is inside the guy to go into the pig? And he just like fucking kills the pig.
It shoots the pig in the head.
That was great. Pope's Exorcist 2, baby. Here for it.
Yep. Let's fucking go.
Oh, dearie me. Pardon me, sorry. There's probably other stuff.
I feel like there has been other stuff, but...
I think the box office performance of The Fall Guy, obviously we'll talk about The Fall Guy in a bit, but I think that's interesting. And it seems to be a bit of a... about how the summer's going to go. So, open to about 28 million in the US... was projected to do at least 30, and that was kind of on the low end of where they thought it was going to be a few weeks back. And, yeah, you know, Barbenheimer was a bit of an outlier last year. And I do wonder for this year. Like I was reading this morning that basically the thinking is there may not be a 100 million plus opener in the US until Despicable Me 4 in July, and if not that, then Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, I think also as well, there's been a slight reevaluating of budgets. I think like The Fall Guy is a $125 to $150 million budget film. I think if you'd have gone back 4 years, 5 years, sort of pre-COVID, COVID hasn't happened. There's that. The Fall Guy would probably be a $200 million to $250 million movie.
And yeah, I think there's still a case to say that 120 million is maybe too much for The Fall Guy.
Possibly, yeah.
But yeah, I know. I think you're right though. Like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes came in at less than 200 million, which sounds smart.
It does when you consider that movies of the same series that go back almost a decade were costing more.
Yeah, quite. And I mean, that's projected to do about worldwide about 130 million this week, but it's got a good few weeks until Furiosa's about. But yeah, it feels like there's enough for movie fans to get their teeth into, but is there enough for normies to get their teeth into this summer? And obviously, we've had the strikes. Which have kind of fucked things up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting between that and Bob Iger saying they're going to limit Marvel movies to 3 a year and the TV shows to 2. It does feel like, is there going to be a bit of a slowing down and, maybe going for quality over quantity, or at least trying to make things feel like events again? Because Deadpool and Wolverine feels like it's going to be an event.
That's it. I think as well the whole idea that every week has to be a new big movie. It means that none of them have a chance to build up a buzz. So it means that it literally is, if your first week ain't great, fuck it. You're done, and that's okay if it's something, for instance, like a Taro or Boy Kills World. Then, all right, fair enough. They can kind of look at it and go, "Well, do you know what? We wanted to make the most of our nut at the start, and then if it does okay, we can stretch it out a little bit. If it just doesn't hit right or anything like that, and we don't feel like week 2 is going to have that strong of an impact, then that's when we can start slowing it down. But that's right for those, but you don't want essentially. I mean, The Fall Guy has a week basically. To do everything, and not even that. It has a 4-day period in theory where it's got to hit hard enough to be able to kind of like be considered to be on the right track. But there's so many things that can kind of get caught up in that a little bit. Like, I mean, for instance, it's always bad when there's a summer tournament on cinemas. They always slow down. And there's a summer tournament happening this year, so you will get that, and you can get counter programming, etc., and bits like that. But it still can always be used as an excuse. I think that what we'll have this year is there'll end up being. I think there'll be a lot of movies that tick along at making decent money, but maybe the days of movies making the 1.2 billion and having $5 billion movies in the space of a calendar year, maybe just won't happen.
They've just and I agree. I think they've got to be cultural movements. Like, COVID has changed people's film watching habits, and you'll get them out for events. So Top Gun Maverick, Oppenheimer, Barbie. You'll get them out for them. They'll do over $1 billion. Deadpool and Wolverine will do over $1 billion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the only film that does over $1 billion this year.
Possibly, is Avatar this year or next year?
It's next year.
Next year, then yeah, probably. But you'll have a lot ticking around the 600-700 million mark.
No, quite, and which is fine. But again, it speaks to your point of like, these things probably need to be made for a lower budget if they're, you can't have them come in at like $300 million if the top end is going to be 700 odd. Like, Furiosa is going to be interesting because I think Mad Max Fury Road did about 400 worldwide, and Furiosa's got, to my mind anyway, it's got some good runway. I mean, you got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes this week. The week after, I think it's If, which don't get me wrong, I on record I like that last trailer, but then and then Strangers Chapter 1, like that's next week. So I mean, it's definitely accommodating different audiences. But then you got Furiosa. Oh god, it was just on the tip of my mind there. It's gone away. There's something. Quiet Place Day 1. The fact that A Quiet Place Day 1, a spin-off film of A Quiet Place, has got like a prime June slot, feels a bit. Wow, this is a weak summer.
I think people are. I think the studios are maybe reading a little bit too much into how much people like those movies. How invested people are in those movies. Yeah, or maybe I'm underestimating how much people invest in those movies.
Those films do well, and horror films tend to be pretty durable at the cinema. But I mean, in Inside Out 2 in June is going to be a behemoth. That film is going to do great numbers. The Garfield movie is probably going to do all right as well. Comes out against Furiosa. To be fair, given the last couple of years has been kind of shit for kids' films, there's actually a good amount of them out this summer, which is a good idea.
Yeah.
Wednesday, 5th of June is Bad Boys Ride or Die. I completely forgot about that. That'll do all right.
That's quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I feel like that movie had a trailer and then they're basically just going to release it.
But yeah, no, quite. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like Bad Boys for Life was a January film.
Yeah.
And, number one film at the worldwide box office in the COVID year. But it did all right. Now, this one, post-Slap, is what? Sony's prime summer movie?
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
I mean, they're probably going to have Will Smith come out and do like a big interview with somebody where he basically goes, I've had a rough few years.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a bit of a flagellation tour. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking through the release schedule now. Like, 21st of June is The Bike Riders, which ain't a 4-quadrant blockbuster. We're both looking forward to it, but come on.
I think the Bike Riders will do well, but won't. If the Bike Riders makes over $100 million, I think that they will be very much like, this is amazing.
Yeah, there is zero chance. Like, if it does half that, I think they'll be lucky, and they'll wash their faces. But yeah. 28th of June, Quiet Place Day 1, Horizon Chapter 1, and Kinds of Kindness. Let's not forget Yorgie Boy's got a summer film.
Yeah.
5th of July, we got Maxine. I mean, fuck's sake. Maxine is the big release that week. But hey, it's Euros season, isn't it? So like you said, I get it. 12th of July, Despicable Me 4. And Fly Me to the Moon, the Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum one. 19th of July is Twisters, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yep. I think that could have potential. Sleeper banger.
Yep. And week after that's Deadpool and Wolverine, and then we're basically like at the end there. Like August is Trap. It's Borderlands. Horizon Chapter 2, Alien Romulus, which, Cuckoo's just been pushed, though. Cuckoo's the 23rd of August now. I feel like that was earlier, originally.
Yeah, I thought that was late July.
Oh, even though I tell you what, though, Cuckoo and Pussy Island is going to be a hell of a double bill that week.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like there's there's films,
Yep.
you know, but I mean, honestly, Despicable Me 4 and Deadpool and Wolverine, the only two that I see doing $1 billion worldwide out of that lot.
Yep.
Oh, Inside Out 2, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you put Minions in a movie and it's going to fucking make so much money.
Yeah, no, exactly. But, you know, Inside Out, that film is popular. Like, when Donna and Lottie are watching Instagram reels, I hear the piano, like, soundtrack of it quite a lot. And I feel like that's a film that has kind of resonated and it's stayed with people, the first one. So, yeah, I think Disney are onto a bit of a winner there. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. It was a kind of impromptu summer box office preview, and my verdict is I think things might be a little bit bumpy. But, you know, going back to The Fall Guy, we'll talk about it in a bit, but my one line on that would be I think they made a film thinking that people are way more into movie making than the general public actually are. But we'll get into it.
I have other issues with that movie.
I mean, I've got other issues with that movie. Don't get me wrong, but from a box office point of view, yeah. Anyway, right, trailers.
The new Twisters trailer looks fucking great.
Yeah, done it though.
It looks very much like it's going, oh, this guy's really fucking handsome and very charismatic. How can we fucking utilise this?
I'm gonna call it Anthony Ramos killed off before the end of the first half.
Oh, yeah.
He is not in much of that trailer.
No. The thing is, Anthony Ramos seems to get cast in a lot, and then you watch him going, why?
Yeah, I don't know, he's a little bit, if no one sees Anthony Ramos acting, does he actually exist?
He's a little bit like that. It seems like he might be really cool to have around. Like,
good.
He might be a really fun guy, and they've gone, look, he's not shit, but, you know, he's not great either.
yeah, but, yeah, I don't know, it's just that trailer, I noticed, he's in kind of certain bits, but certainly the stuff towards the back end of the trailer, he's barely in it, and that kind of stuff looked like that was going to be third acty kind of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the tragic death, like Daisy Edgar Jones gets back into tornado shit, and then he dies.
Yeah.
Or something. But, yeah.
And that's when she decides to take revenge on the tornadoes.
Absolutely. I hope she and Powell have good chemistry, because Glenn Powell can just have chemistry just by himself with no one on screen.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping she can bring it.
Yeah, very much so. Did you watch the trailer for Lee?
No, I missed this actually. I saw it about though.
Fucking hell. It's you watch it going the fucking the voiceover for me. What if Civil War was boring as fuck?
Oh.
It's got that, you know, that horrible fucking for patina that all fucking Second World War movies have had since digital photography.
Sure.
Where everything just looks misty for some reason. It's got that. It's almost, the trailer makes it look like Kate Winslet spent the entire time, like, before she was about to come on set going, right, try and make a new, different, ugly face to show how little you care. And then she's gone, right, that's it. That's my face for this scene. And then she's just pulling like a weird face in every single fucking scene that's there. And you just watch it going, who the fuck is this for? Like, it just looks... It looks like the film version of somebody who says they're having a roast dinner on a Sunday, and their roast dinner is some smash mash and a tin of beef mince. That's what it looks like this film is.
It's an evocative description.
It just looks. I genuinely would love to sit down with Kate Winslet and go, "You ever thought about making something good? Just a thought."
Okay.
I think it's on one of those streaming services, and I'm fucking not even going to watch it.
Oh yeah, I mean the amount of stuff that goes to streaming now that I don't know, it just it disappears. It's also it's all so fucking ephemeral these days.
Yeah, it's
like, I mean, I'll talk about a film in what I watched that absolutely, if I didn't watch it precisely this weekend, I never would have watched it.
Yeah, but that's it. It just seems like there's so many films that are. I'm trying to tell a story. Like, does anyone give a shit about that story? Is where you should start. And I would say that about 8 people on the planet give a shit about this story.
That feels like a great way to make a film.
Yeah. What else? Oh, Megalopolis.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What was it? Was it just like the first few minutes of the film or something? Because that production company logo at the start was long.
I mean, I must admit, I did like the American Zoetrope.
Yeah. I
was there going, "Whoa, all right, you bastard, Franny, you've got me." and then fucking Driver fucking pops out, who is just clearly just ticking off directors now, which is great, and all power to the guy. He's made his Star Wars nut, and now he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. But all the thing I was watching it going, do you know what? This is going to be 2 hours and 45 minutes long. It's probably going to be an absolute piece of shit. I'm going to watch it, but I can see why nobody wanted to buy this for $150 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Good on, I don't know. Yeah, good on him, but man, I don't know. I've just got a feeling it's going to be hard to sit through.
I'm getting, and this isn't just because of the Adam Driver vibes, but I'm getting very fucking strong Terry Gilliam Don Quixote vibes here.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's got that
totally
that whiff of it of, I've wanted to make this film for so long, and I've finally done it, and here's Adam Driver, and here's the film, and you go, yeah, that ran out. Mm-hmm. You had too long. you had too long to fucking try and make it, that you've overwritten the shit out of it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what else have we got? What else have you seen this week?
I don't think I've seen any, to be honest, mate.
I don't think I've seen anything else. What I will say is I saw the new Furiosa trailer.
Did you get? Did you get like a really fucking long one that was like almost like part 1, part 2, part 3?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Where it at one point it kind of makes you think, hang on a minute, and I had to check when I got out of the cinema that Chris Hemsworth isn't playing Immortan Joe. I was like, no, he isn't. So, all right, fuck it. This looks like it's going to be fucking interesting. But it looks fucking great on the big screen. I'm now set to fucking pumped for that.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's going to be cracking. I mean, like the initial reaction seems to be like it's really, 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 really good. It's not Fury Road.
Yeah,
and I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think I was reading the thing saying it's got a 27-minute car chase in it. That is cool. Apparently just amazing, and it would be the greatest car chase and the most insane car chase of any movie ever, except Fury Road exists, where the entire thing is a car chase.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, still incredibly up for it, and it's like I finish work that day and then I'm off for a week, so that is some real settling into the holiday vibes for me.
Yeah, I think I finished work, and I would think it's going to have lined up nicely that I finish work, Bex finish work, and then we could just go straight into a fucking IMAX screening of it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Right. Let's review a freaking movie. Not that fucking movie, though, because that's a different movie. That's another movie that I'm going to talk about later. That's not The Fall Guy. Right, The Fall Guy is written by Drew Pearce, directed by David Letiche. Stars Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Hannah Waddingham, which I constantly keep forgetting she was in it. And Winston Duke turns up. Fucking always nice to see that guy.
Yep.
A down-out stuntman must find the missing star of his ex-girlfriend's blockbuster film. Yeah, fair enough. Fuck it. Let's go with that. Ian, what did you reckon?
Yeah, pretty disappointed. I liked it. I really, 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 really liked the first 45 minutes to an hour where they were actually on screen together. But then I thought it tailed off. It's got a really baggy second act. Stephanie Zhu, Oscar nominee for Everything Everywhere All at Once, turns up as Aaron Taylor-Johnson's assistant for all of 5 minutes and then disappears. But that action scene is fun. And then the ending just seems to not end for a while.
Oh, thank God, I'm glad you said that. Because I was the same in the sense that I was enjoying it, and it wasn't that I wasn't enjoying my time with it, but I was then going, why are you ending? Why do you keep going? Why do you keep layering more and more? Will you please just end? And not because I wasn't enjoying it, but just because it had ended.
They do the jump, end there.
Yeah.
No, what? You've got to do a CG assisted helicopter bit as well.
Which you watched and going, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Look, I mean, and then I don't know, and then they do all that, and then Momoa has to step in because obviously spoilers all the time. Aaron Taylor-Johnson's now completely toxic and he can't headline a film. I did enjoy the post-it note of is it Momoa or Mamoa? That was good.
Yeah, you literally, when that happened, I thought there's gotta be something coming up later on with this. Then,
you're smarter than I. I just thought it was a funny one-off bit, but I don't know. It's fine. I feel like the stakes should have been higher. The fact that the twist in the plot is it's actually Aaron Taylor-Johnson killed a guy accidentally, and now they want to pin it on Ryan Gosling. I'm just a bit like, what?
Yeah,
what?
It was a little bit like that. It was, yeah. Actually, I never thought about it like that, but yeah, it is a little bit like, oh, is that it?
Yeah. But it's fine. I mean, it's a film with moments. Like, I enjoyed the conversation about the sexy bacon. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. I'm a blunt skeptic in the sense that I think Emily Blunt is a good actress, and I think she's quite a versatile actress. I don't think she's anywhere near as charming as Hollywood wants to tell me she is. And I actually think her character in this is kind of a dick. In it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty blunt-pilled, so yeah.
I just go. I liked the bits where she was kind of a dick. I don't think she's a nasty dick, but then there is a bit where I'm going, where there's a bit where she keeps repeatedly getting him to do that stunt.
Yeah.
I liked that. Found it funny, but I was watching it going, this is one of those times where if this was reversed, fucking hell, this film would be tanked. It's very much that's an abuse of power to cause someone physical harm.
Yeah, that's funny. It's too long. I think it's like I said earlier on. It's a bit. I like that Leach has ex stuntman has made a film honouring stunt people, but then I think it kind of gets a little bit smug and self satisfied. Like at the end where like that big crash mat thing has actually got the 87 North logo on it. Winston Duke is wearing the production company. Winston Duke is wearing the coat that's got that on it, and I'm just a bit like, all right, let's just chill out a little bit. Come on, the thing, it's like the intent is great, but it's just like, but fucking seriously, guys, we're fucking great, aren't we? Like, look at how great we are. And yeah, man, like there's some decent stunts in this. There's a barrel roll that's literally in the Guinness Book of World Records now, which comes really early in the film and might actually be the most impressive stunt.
Yeah.
So, it's a decent time that really fucking should have been like 20 minutes shorter.
That's it. 20 minutes shorter, and it's a better movie without question. But the thing is, I enjoyed. Like I said, I think the first 45 minutes is great. It could have done with more. Please, writers and directors in Hollywood, stop having a drug trip scene of something happening in films, because it's getting a little bit boring.
I will say I enjoyed the unicorn being
bit
randomly in the background.
Yeah, that when you stop seeing the unicorn, it's wore off. That bit was quite good. However, there's a bit where he starts looking at the unicorn, and it lingers on it for ages.
The split screen bit, yeah.
What would have been great there is if the unicorn at that point just disappeared and Gosling just went, "Oh, thank Christ for that," and walked off. That would have... It just seems like there was little bits in it that were just... It was almost great, and then it just didn't quite get there. And there's bits in it that just downright don't make sense. Like, when he first goes to Ryder's penthouse bit, or loft, sorry, and the other actress from the film who Ryder's dating is there trying to attack him. It never explains why she's there attacking him, though. It's just like, hang on a minute, I don't know what's going on, but I don't think the film knows what's going on. It's going, you don't need to, this doesn't need to make sense, it's fun, look. It's like, I kind of like some of it to make sense. But when it's fun, it's a lot of fun. But Hannah Waddingham is clearly the bad guy in it. Aaron Taylor-Johnson is clearly in on it. Like you say, the stakes aren't high enough for it. And it's too fucking long. It just...
Yeah.
It could have been better if they'd thrown a little bit more of them two into it.
That's the thing, man. The first 45 minutes or so, where it's them together, I really enjoyed it. And to be fair, it's what the marketing fucking sells it as well. And then, yeah, they're separated for most of the rest of the film, and it's just not. It's not as fun, and it gets by a lot on Gosling being Gosling.
Yeah. That's it. It gets by on the... Yeah, on essentially you enjoying watching Ryan Gosling running around being Ryan Gosling. And it's a lot of fun. But then when you start having so many more different people with him, you're there going, this isn't fun anymore. I just want it to end. Because I was having fun, and now I'm not. I am disappointed, but I did enjoy it enough to say that I liked it.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's a 7 out of 10 for me. It's definitely not shit.
Yeah, I'm the same.
This was one I was really, really looking forward to.
It just... I wanted it to be more fun.
I'll say as well, I need to stop watching as many films as I do in IMAX and just go for the ones that are shot in IMAX or partially shot in IMAX. I paid a £5 upcharge to see it in IMAX, and it was fucking pointless.
I will only watch IMAX stuff that is shot for IMAX.
It's just like I like the sound as well. That's the thing.
Good, yeah.
But like, yeah, I need to be better at that. Like, I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was shot for IMAX, but even then, I'm a bit like, am I going to pay that extra £5? I don't know. I need to be a little bit more critical.
I think the next IMAX I will do will definitely be Furiosa.
Yeah. Look, Furiosa. I mean, actually, it kind of depends on the times for me because we're driving to Heathrow the next day. Might have a quick look at that now, actually. Let me have a look. I'm just going to live look at that now and see if I'm going to be disappointed.
Winston Duke, very nice to see him back in stuff, though.
That's true. 7 o'clock in the IMAX. That'll do. That's perfect. That's perfect. I'll be out by 10.
Fucking
banging. Anyway. Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely not shit on it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Same.
It's fun. I will enjoy watching it when it inevitably lands on whatever it'll land on.
Yeah, but yeah,
but
it's
yeah, it's yeah. And our audience poll: definitely not shit, 75%. Touching Cloth 17% and Geostorm 8%. I can see a world where Geostorm fits into that.
Sure.
What I will say is it's not quite, because the films that it reminded me of were stuff like The Hitman's Bodyguard, and I don't think it's quite as fun as those movies.
No, yeah, that's a good pull, and you're right.
And it's just not, but it is fun because Gosling is fun and Emily Blunt is fun in it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the problem is there's just too much else going on.
Sorry, bit of breaking news. Michael Douglas says intimacy coordinators are another way for executives to take control away from filmmakers. I don't know. It's an interesting one, that. It's... You got someone there who's going to go, mate, she might not want you to actually touch her there, especially if not on camera, fucking back away. Kind of think it's fair enough, to be honest, Michael.
Yeah, there's a little element of that. Former sex addict Michael Douglas. There's a point of just going, how did he come about that? Was it literally like somebody just went, and do you want fries with that? And he went, do you know what? Intimacy coordinator. It's like, what the fuck? It just... there's a point where you go, how about anybody over 70 in Hollywood that isn't a part of this list of people just isn't allowed to talk?
Yeah. We'll talk about one of them in a minute, I think.
Yeah, I think we will do, yeah.
Maybe not over 70, but he's over 60. Anyway, yeah.
What have you been up to, Ian?
So, Jerry Seinfeld. Coming out with just complete fucking bollocks over the last couple of weeks.
Do you know what? Do you know what the problem is, Jerry? You had your time, right? And your time at the time was when things like the word, like basically like the early 90s, when you got to prevalence and when you fucking made your massive fucking nut with Seinfeld. Well done. Never appealed to me, but I don't dislike it. But it was around that time that comedians were starting going, do you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be calling everyone faggot. A little bit. Maybe we should start not doing that. Maybe we shouldn't start, maybe we should phase out blackface and things like that. And now he's like, oh no, it's all wokeism's destroying. What is it? No, you're not funny anymore because you've just, the times have moved on. And you're angry because everybody just confuses you with Ray Romano all the time. So just maybe don't make a fucking movie about a fucking rejected SNL sketch.
Which brings me to Unfrosted. So, This is Jerry Seinfeld's directorial debut. He also co-wrote it, and it imagines the battle between Kellogg's and Post to basically make the Pop-Tart as if it's essentially the space race. It's uniquely shit. In a way that it is a man who is obviously just so fucking disconnected from reality, who has been able to con Netflix into giving him money because he likes breakfast cereals, and he thought it'd be a funny idea to make this origin story of the Pop-Tart. But I mean, the cutting humour that the woke left won't stand for these days. Spoilers for Unfrosted. So reimagining the January 6th insurrection as a bunch of breakfast mascots led by Hugh Grant playing Tony the Tiger, but also dressed like the QAnon shaman, storming the Kellogg building to protest about the fact that they're making breakfasts without mascots. That's the kind of cutting humour that you're talking about there, Jerry, is it? It is a film that, real spoilers for this, sees the fucking John Slattery and John Hamm characters from Mad Men appear and do a couple of scenes. Like, as the Mad Men characters. Like, one of them is called by the name that he has in Mad Men. I think John Slattery's character is called Roger. He's referred to as Roger in this. It's this smug, self-congratulatory piece of just stuff that lies there and just goes, I'm fucking funny. I'm fucking funny, me. Look at this. I'm visualising a toaster making a Pop-Tart pop out as if it's a rocket blasting up. Isn't that crazy? And it's Seinfeld basically just shouting random things as if he's just had a stroke at people and just like expecting them to laugh. It's 90 minutes of that. I mean, Amy Schumer plays the head of Post. Jim Gaffigan plays the head of Kellogg's. They're both into each other sexually, but a Kellogg Post romance is forbidden, which feels like something rejected out of 30 Rock. It's that SNL kind of 30 Rock humour, but the kind of stuff that would be like rejected. Like Tina Fey and Robert Carlock, who created 30 Rock and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, would look at this and just go, what the fuck are you doing? But no one is going to say that to Jerry Seinfeld because he's a legend. But again, to your point, what has he done in the last 20, 30 years? He's made Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, which is also one of the most smug and self-congratulatory things you'll ever see. Yeah. And B-Movie.
I know that it's basically it's heresy to criticise Jerry Seinfeld for some reason, but he's had one hit. Don't get me wrong, it's a pretty fucking big hit in Seinfeld, but he hasn't had anything else really. It wasn't he's had anything else afterwards. He's never really had a movie hit. Anything, I don't think. He's hardly been in any. He's lauded because Seinfeld was fucking huge. But it's what, 8-9 years worth of creativity? And he was a very successful stand-up, fair enough. But Seinfeld finished in 1998. And 26 years later, he's doing a Netflix movie about breakfast wars, and because nobody likes it, because everybody who's seen it has said it's shit, and hands up, I haven't watched it. I might at some point, and I might like it. But his thing for that is seemingly not. It's very much the fucking Principal Skinner thing of, it's clearly not me who's the problem. It's clearly people can't find things funny anymore. It's the woke left. It's like, really? That's where you're going to go? That is where you're going to go at the moment. It's the woke left. Brilliant. Cool. Very good. Continue your wife funding fucking attacking college students. Brilliant.
Oh, really?
That's not liable. She literally funds the counter protest group.
I'm not even getting started on that. God, that's such a... You get involved in that debate, you're just going to piss someone... someone off. Anyway. I don't know, I heard about some, apparently, in NYU, they were blocking library access to Jewish students. And it's just like, what are you fucking doing? Like, what? Just no. The history. Let's have a look at history. Does that paint anyone as a particularly nice person? I get it, because college students are full of fucking piss and vinegar, but also a lot of them not knowing what the fuck they're talking about. And it just... There's no shade of grey. There's no actual discussion. It's just, how can you stand for this? Well, how can you how can you not stand for it? Fight. Fucking bollocks. World's going to shit. And Unfrosted is a harbinger of it.
Yep.
Netflix have too much money and they must be stopped. I've changed my mind on Netflix. There you go. I haven't really, but awful fucking film. It's been sat on the shelf for 2 years. Not surprised. Yeah. Anyway. Only other thing I watched was Spectre. So continuing my Daniel Craig Bonds. I like Spectre. I like the vibe. It is a little smug and self-satisfied. Like, it starts with a seeming one shot that goes on for 10 minutes, and obviously isn't one shot.
Is Spectre? Is that the Cinco de Mayo one?
Yeah.
It's a good fucking long shot, though.
Yeah, it is. But it is a bit like, hey, look at us, guys. Look what we're doing. But I like that Christoph Waltz's Blofeld is just a bit of a shit. Yeah. It's just a bell end.
Yeah.
And he's he's not particularly threatening.
There's a great letterbox list. There's a great letterbox list. There's a great letterbox list, isn't it? Films where something is just a bell end.
Yeah. Night Swim. Spectre. What's the other one we were talking about?
Godzilla vs. Minus One. Yeah.
Godzilla Minus One even. Yeah. He's a bit of a bell-ended Godzilla X Kong as well. Like the way he just uses the Colosseum as a bed.
I massive respect for that.
Yeah, but also respect. That's the problem with that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like it. Kind of continue. It kind of re-continues kind of like the Vespa stuff and him meet a new love, but not knowing whether he can trust her or not, which also plays into No Time to Die. Action's decent. It's a little long. You've got Andrew Scott playing C, who's kind of basically trying to replace M, and he's actually working with Spectre and wants to disable the 00 program. It's maybe that's maybe a plot line too far. No one ever says
it gets a little bit ITV drama, that one.
Yeah. I remember you saying that. I think I remember you saying that at the time, actually, and you're right, it does. Bond says early on, well, he says you can call me Max, and he goes, no, I think I'm going to call you C. And then towards the end, Ray Fiennes goes, Andrew Scott goes, well, I know what M stands for, moronic. And M says, well, I know what C, like basically, well, we know what C stands for, and you're just willing him. You're fucking willing him.
Does it do like a hard cut as he's about to say it as well?
I mean, just do that. But instead, it's just like careless. And it's like,
isn't it?
No, it's not, right?
It's cunt. It's cunt.
And that's the thing. Bond intimates that, and it's beautiful. Why do you then have Fiennes do that? It's just absolute, just no. Why? But yeah, Spectre. I like Spectre, and I very, very much feel that if it was received more positively, Bond driving off into the sunset with Madeline would have been the end of Craig in these films.
Probably, yeah. And I mean, they just threw so much money at him, didn't they?
Yeah, no, exactly. And like he wasn't happy with how Spectre was received, and he made No Time to Die, which is a cracking film. So, and I'll talk about it next week. I'm about halfway through it, but Spectre, I like it. I like all of the Craig films, and Lazenby's a outlier because he's only done the one. I don't think I could. No, I can't say that about another Bond. Even Dalton, because License to Kill is barely a Bond film, and it doesn't work. Brosnan, The World Is Not Enough and Die Another Day. Neither of them are particularly great. Connery's got some fucking stinkers, and Roger Moore's. Actually, do you know what? Roger Moore is probably the only. Let me think. So, I like Live and Let Die, Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, For Eyes Only, Octopussy, Never Say Never Again, The Man with the Golden Gun. I mean, The Man with the Golden Gun's but it's still okay.
The thing is, I'm not as big a Bond fan as you. I will watch the Craig ones again, and if you were to say to me, right, you've got to watch another actor's Bonds, it would straight away be Roger Moore. I think they're more entertaining to watch.
I mean, You Only Live Twice and Diamonds Are Forever are painful. They're painful. And You Only Live Twice, I mean, I know a lot of Bond is aged like milk. You Only Live Twice is... Wowee, I'm surprised this actually still gets shown on daytime on ITV, to be honest. Even though it is quite funny when someone describes some hostesses as very sexiful. Good. Sexiful's a good word. But yeah, I'll talk about No Time to Die next week. Spectre, good.
Nice.
Cool. What have you been doing?
Fucking strap in.
Strap in, eh? Okay.
Strap in, because it might get a bit vintage Mark.
Nice.
Let's kick it off in fucking style to start off with. I've actually deleted one of the films, not from existence, just from what I have on here. There we go. It's back again. Watch Rollerball, because you watched it, and we're frankly just you. I just get a feeling that you couldn't cope with Chris Klein's just rampant fucking charisma and sexual energy.
I mean, it screams off the screen, doesn't it?
It scared you. He appeared on the down fucking hill fucking sled fucking street sled thing, and you just went bang. I've got a massive erection. Shit. Oh, what do I do about this? This is embarrassing. Sure. And just for the entire film wouldn't go away, except when he was on screen. You went, oh, thank God he's not. Oh, he's back again. It's there again. There again. And I can cope with that. I can handle that. Yeah, it's a tour de force. Yeah. I forgot Pink was in it all the time as well.
Yeah, popping up on fucking the animated billboards and shit.
Such a fucking weird film. How does LL Cool J know he's there at the start of the movie?
Oh, that's great.
How does he know he's there? Oh, what a picture. Right, what else have I watched? I'm not going to talk too much about that because I've talked about it quite a lot. I watched a film called Let's Go to Prison. It's directed by Bob Odenkirk.
Okay.
Yep. I believe it's his directorial debut. It's a movie from 2006. Stars acclaimed actors Dylan Barker. So Dylan Baker is there. Michael Shannon's in it as well. As well as dramatic powerhouses Will Arnett and Dax Shepard. So the story of have you? I will ask you two questions, Ian. One, have you ever seen the movie Let's Go to Prison?
No.
Two, have you heard of the movie Let's Go to Prison?
No.
Yep, this is what I do for you people. So Let's Go to Prison is the story of Dax Shepard's John Lashitsky, who is a career felon. And he keeps getting sent to prison. And he blames, after he's been released, he blames Judge Biederman, the judge who was sent into juvenile detention and then to prison repeatedly in his life. It's always been the same judge. So when he gets out of prison, he vows to kill Judge Biederman. Because he's the one who's ruined his life. Except Biederman's died 2 days before he got out of prison. So instead, he decides that he's going to take it out on his son, Nelson Biederman IV, played by Will Arnett, by framing him to get him sent to prison, and then himself getting sent to prison so he can make his prison time as miserable as possible. Which he does. Right. By bribing his way to being his cellmate, etc., and getting him into trouble with the white supremacists played by Michael Shannon. But Will Arnett's character ends up just being really quite good at being in prison, and ends up forming an actual proper full blown relationship with the guy who is the leader of the G-Lords. The African American gang in prison, where Dax Shepard's character sells Will Arnett to him, thinking that it would be bad, and then they end up having a really nice relationship. Yeah, it's weird. It's an odd little movie, but I actually quite enjoy it, to be honest. It's kind of fun. It's funny. It's 90 minutes long, so it gets in, gets its shit done, and gets the fuck out. But you're kind of spending time with Will Arnett and Dax Shepard, which I'm kind of all right with.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not going to recommend it to people. I'm going to say I liked it, and just people can do with that what they will. I also decided to watch 1990 VHS rental classic House Party, starring Kid and Play.
Kid and Play.
Kid and Play.
Kid and Play.
Yeah.
Yes. Hiya.
Hi.
Have you ever seen House Party, Rebecca?
No.
Ian,
I'm
have you
not
seen
really
House
aware of what
Party?
Kid and Play is.
They're a rap group from the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
Kid and Play.
I'm aware of the name.
Kid and Play.
Yeah.
And that it's n.
Yeah.
Kid and Play.
Yeah.
So, House Party was ended up being a massive, huge, fucking hit, and was a little bit of a cultural phenomenon. It low budget, about $2.5 million, and ended up making $25 million plus the box office, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in the early 90s, for a movie that essentially is, I think, virtually an all black cast, and that is just literally about a house party, and that very much contains a lot of pieces of black culture from that time. It was massive, and then it was a big hit, video rental hit, which, at a time, video rentals carry a lot of cachet to things getting sequels and bits like that. But the story is that literally you just got Kid and Play, they go to school together, and it is as simple as this. Play comes from a essentially a not well-to-do family, but a very average family. Kid comes from a single-parent household, and they form Kid and Play, the rap group, by the end of it, off the back of this house party. I'm watching a lot of films with great dance numbers in them. Like they have a dance-off with two girls.
Who wins?
They do, because they're Kid and Play. And it's really quite good. And the good thing is, it's quite nice. It's not offensive as such. It's not. If this was made now, it would be rampant misogyny throughout. And it's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect, and it's not without its moments where you go a little bit like, ooh, okay. But it hasn't aged as bad as I thought it would have aged. And it literally is just about a house party. The house party doesn't go wrong and the house ends up on fire or anything like that. It's not Project X. It literally is just a house party. And have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also then watched House Party 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. That also stars Kid and Play. Martin Lawrence is in House Party and in House Party 2 as well. And then in this one, you've also got Queen Latifah is in there. Aman, David Bowie's wife, and former model, is in it as well. Literally in it, like, and she's gone. But is like third billing, I think.
A hot chick.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, this one, Kid has gone to college, and Play has accidentally spent Kid's tuition money on trying to get a demo made for Kid and Play. But yeah, the producer, played by a man, just fucking runs off with it. So they have to throw another house party. This one's a pyjama jammy jam, where the girls will come in pyjamas, right? And the boys have to pay to get into the party to see the girls in their pyjamas. It's a fucking genius idea. And it works, and they have a great house party at the end of it.
Bit more of a misogynist premise. With
No, it's not. It's not. Premise, but it doesn't actually play out like that. Mm-hmm. It's not bad. But this one very much is. It very much calls them on their misogyny because it has characters within it who call them on their misogyny.
Right.
So it kind of it's quite nice in that way. Enjoyed it. So yes, I watched those two and then thought, do you know what? I haven't watched House Party 3 yet, but I'm fucking gonna. I watched 1992's Class Act. Who do you reckon it stars, Bex?
Does it have Kid and Play?
It has Kid and Play in it. Damn right it does. This one is Kid plays from a very well-to-do family. He's got a 4.0 grade average. He's going to an Ivy League school. Play is in and out of juvenile detention centres, etc. But Kid has to go to this new school because he needs to keep his 4.0 grade average. He needs to pass gym. Play has to go to this school because if not, he's going to go to the big house.
Oh no.
They both bump into each other at the school, and then Play throws Kid through a door. He knocks into the administrator of the school, and what would you have it? Their photos get mixed up on their records, so the school now thinks that Kid is Play and Play is Kid.
Yikes.
Wowzer. And then Play finds out about this and says to Kid, nah man, you've got to help me pass class. And then hilarity ensues for the next 90 minutes, including car chases, drug deals, all sorts of shenanigans. Yeah. Again, I really enjoyed my rewatch of this movie. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yep. Pauly Shaw is in all of these movies.
Awesome.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. It's great.
You're a weird dude.
What have you been watching, Becky?
On my own?
Yeah.
So I watched 2 films on my own. I watched The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
For once,
nice.
I watched the worst movie this week.
Yeah, it's not very good, is it? The thing is, I like the idea of it, of bringing in all these like literary characters, and then I think that's kind of clouded my memory of how bad the actual execution of it is.
I'm trying to remember who's in it.
Sean Connery.
I know Sean Connery's in it. Is it like Stuart Townsend or something like that? He plays what's his name?
Dorian Gray.
That's the prick.
Yes.
Yeah, Stuart Townsend, isn't it? Yeah.
Jason Fleming. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
If you're going to cast someone as Dorian Gray, haven't you got to make them a little bit more attractive?
He doesn't look bad in this though. I think maybe it's the long hair.
Fair.
He does all right. As Dorian Gray, but yeah, just the actual films, not very good. The stories, not very good.
I mean, this is the movie that turned Alan Moore against movie versions of his films.
Yeah. It's not very good. I'm sad I rewatched.
I don't know. It's just I feel like you've said it's not very good like 5 times, and fair play.
Well, there's not really anything else to say about it, is there?
Yeah.
What else have you watched?
And I went to see Boy Kills World.
You didn't you?
Yeah.
Hey, how'd it go?
You've got another one actually, haven't you? Because you went to see another movie.
Oh yeah, but I didn't.
World Kills Boy.
No, did you see Tarot?
Oh shit! No, I didn't. Oh yeah, no, I didn't.
Fair play. You didn't miss anything. So yeah, Tarot it's just shit. So they've taken what could have been a really quite interesting premise and gone, nah, do you know what, just going to make a generic shitty teen horror with a load of people that look too old to be in a teen horror and can't act. And that's it. It's crap.
Great.
There is some creepy imagery, but the problem is the story is just so poor that the imagery doesn't make up for it. There's not even any very good jump scares. It's just a waste of fucking time.
Does it end on, oh, there could be a sequel?
I'm trying to think how it ends. No. No, not really. All spoilers all the time. For a shit film that I hope none of you have subjected yourself to. The tarot deck gets destroyed. So
cowards.
Just really, really bad. Just really, really badly done. And the thing is, it could have been quite interesting because it could have been quite interesting. Like, tarot decks are like mysterious and interesting and like weird dark magic-y shit in the same way that Ouija boards are, and there's been some bad movies made with Ouija boards and there's been some good movies made with Ouija boards. There is probably at some point going to be a good movie made with tarot card shit in it, but it just isn't this one. All the cast just look... The thing is, they're supposed to be like in their 20s because like they just are. So I guess they can get away with it, but the thing is, casting, like, setting it as 20-odd-year-old kids, and I know kids mature at, let's say, a different rate these days than they may be used to, but you just kind of get the feeling that by the time you're in your 20s, you're not going to be fucking dumb enough to do the shit that they do in this movie.
Or more like, and you got better shit to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody that's thinking of seeing it because it's going to be like a fun horror movie to see at the cinema, it's just not. It's just bad. It's not so bad it's good, or so bad it's fun. It's just bad. There is one really good bit though where a lady gets her head just smashed to fuck with like some attic ladders.
Yeah, but I knew that was going to happen from the trailer.
Yeah, it's quite good though. It's quite grim.
What was your other film like?
Oh, hang on. What did we watch that was... Oh, yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So, your Boy Kills World, though. that will be in my top 10 of the year. It is a fucking delightful cacophony of violence. It was just so much fucking fun. H. John Benjamin as like the inner voice is just mint. He's got a great voice.
Yeah, he does have a great voice.
And Skarsgård, I said to you when I came out, didn't I? Like, he's got great abs. You see those abs in the trailer. Do you know who else has got great abs in it? Tree from fucking Happy Death Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking badass. Yeah, it's just dumb and fucking fun and violent and dystopian.
Does he speak at all in it, Skarsgård, or is he mute throughout the entire thing?
He's had his...
Yeah, but does he, like, he doesn't speak at all.
He doesn't.
No.
I think Kid Him does.
Right, that's really fucking cool. That's just fun.
Yeah. And he's do you know what? Like, I'm a big sucker for like facial acting, and obviously because he can't talk, he has to do that, and it's just so fucking good. So like H. John Benjamin's there doing his voice thing, and then like Skarsgård's just doing it. Is it Skarsgård or Sarsgaard? I can never remember which way around it is.
One of them.
He's just doing the faces for the voice. That's obviously like it just so much fun. So much fun. I'm really glad I got to go and see it at the cinema. Like, I ended up going on a day when... Were you not at work in the end or something?
No, I ended up having to stay till like 11.
Yeah, like a billion o'clock at night. And like, so I was going to be driving home on my own anyway, and I kind of thought... I'd really rather not be going to see this when I could just go home now. And then I looked at it and it was the last day it was showing. I was like, fucking gotta. I've been so excited for this film. I've just got to go see it. And it fucking paid off. Honestly, loved it.
Good.
That's great.
I've been feeling really kind of about new films recently. Like, they're all just shit. And this has kind of made me think, do you know what? They're not all shit. Most of them are. But they're not all shit. Tarot's shit.
So we watched together, didn't we, Becky?
Yeah.
We watched Contact, the Jodie Foster movie.
It's real weird watching, because like Jodie Foster's obviously Jodie Foster now.
I think she was Jodie Foster before.
Yeah, but she makes no bones about pretending she's anything that she's not. She's just Jodie Foster, whereas this was Jodie Foster romantic lead kind of thing, and it's real fucking weird.
It is a bit weird, but it's also a little bit weird that you're watching, for some reason, like, I was watching it going, hang on a minute, Jodie Foster is a romantic lead against Matthew McConaughey. That you watch it going, that feels wrong. It feels like she's way too old for him. They're like 5 years apart.
I think the issue is like Jodie Foster's more of a grown up than Matthew McConaughey is.
Yeah.
Like, age.
Sorry.
What?
Sorry. Ian.
Yeah.
One thing that I forgot to mention about the Fall Guy. Stroke of genius, Aaron Taylor-Johnson basically doing a Matthew McConaughey impression of the character.
Yeah, that was pretty strong at the end there.
That was good. Great.
Yeah.
I was howling with laughter once I was like, hang on a minute, is that McConaughey?
Yeah, very good.
Because it isn't just me, it is that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, sorry Bex. Sorry. I just remembered that. Just pinged right in.
That's fine. Yeah. I think Matthew McConaughey seems to have a bit of arrested development going on, whereas Jodie Foster just seems like a real, actual grown up. But yeah, it's real odd seeing her being all like girly with her long hair and a half up, half down, scrunchy ponytail situations going on. It's just odd. Like, when obviously it's so long ago and people change, but she's changed quite significantly, and she's just very upfront and confident in who she actually is now.
Jake Busey playing Joseph the terrorist.
Is that what he's in
That's
there?
credited as.
Love it. Obviously, he's a wrong one. If he shows up in a film, you know.
That's it. Shady shit's about to happen when fucking Jake Busey fucking turns up in something with his big Jake Busey grin.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed rewatching Contact.
Yeah, do you know what? It was actually really good.
It was a recommendation from Jord had mentioned that he'd watched it. And I hit it, I thought, I don't think I've seen that since the cinema.
Yeah, this is the one where she goes to the place and then they think she's not been anywhere. Is that one? Is that how this one ends?
Yeah.
She goes in the sphere. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. Sorry, I've been listening to H.G. Wells audiobooks and I'm getting confused as to what reality is anymore.
Yeah. And we also rewatched Barbie, didn't we?
Yeah, you can take the lead on this one because it's your first rewatch, isn't it?
It is my first rewatch. You have rewatched it before, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm starting to make my peace with Barbie.
Yeah. I think if you just watch it and take it at face value without all the furore that was around it when it was released, of it being a fucking feminist powerhouse, which it ain't, then I think you're just going to get on with it. It's quite good fun. I think people imbued it with an importance it didn't really earn.
The thing is, it's fun. I actually think that Margot Robbie has kind of been dealt a bit of short shrift in this movie. Because I think as an acting performance, I think she's really good in it. She gets the kind of the breakdown of it all. I think there's a lot of acting that maybe just gone under the radar because of all of the
furore,
the Kennedy and all that bit that goes around it. I think she's a little bit underplayed in how good she is in it. I actually think it is. It's a real visually. It's a better looking movie than I gave it credit for. I still claim that I stand by my thing of that. They gave the wrong nomination to Greta Gerwig. It shouldn't have got nominated for Best Screenplay, but she should have been nominated for Best Director.
She should, yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
Whether or not she won, different matter. But she should have been nominated absolutely 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a well-directed movie.
Yeah, it is. But it is Gosling just in powerhouse Gosling charisma form.
That's the issue. He's... And people are trying to use it to be like... Oh, look, they make a movie about Barbie and even Ken steals that. And it's like, man, And he does steal it. He does. And if they didn't want that to happen, then he should have been wrangled. But he's great in it. He's just fucking great in it.
I think they did. Because the whole point is that she had her part of it and he had his part of it. And the whole thing about him is that he's nothing without her because he is Barbie and Ken.
Yeah.
And you need him to have that sense of personality to make it worth him being something without Barbie.
Do you know what? That fucking Ken fight and the dance scene that accompanies it is just magnificent to watch. Like, I think when you're a few watches into it and you can just take in more of the subtleties of it, like he's just having so much fun with it, and you can tell that's him having fun with it rather than directing Ken having fun with it. Like,
I think they're all having fun with it.
Yeah.
I think they're all having fun with it. Going, this is just pretty fun. This is pretty cool. This is going to be fun for people to watch.
Yeah.
My issue, I think, with the movie is I like all of those bits. I like the Barbie bits. I like the Ken bits. I don't like the real world bits. I don't give a shit about any of those. Any of that. Throw it all out.
Well, no, because that's where the whole story comes from.
That's fine, but I just don't care. Don't care about America Ferrera and a dickhead daughter.
No one learns anything.
Nope.
It's just bibbling around.
Nope.
There'd be no horses or trucks or Mojo Dojo Casa houses.
I mean, I'd be honest, I'd buy one.
I want his fur coat.
He rocks the shit out of the fur coat.
Fojo mink
I
coat.
know you look at it going, God, he looks like such a fucking douchebag. But you look at it going, do you know what? Wish I could pull that off though.
Anyone can pull that coat off. It's the goose.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, but I did enjoy my rewatch of Barbie. It's fun. I think its heart's in the right place. Yeah.
That's us.
That's us. Let's review another movie.
Oh my god, right, just very quickly before we do.
Yeah.
So I watched the pilot episode last night of the old TV series from 95, American Gothic. Did you ever watch this, Ian?
Sorry, I've been on mute because the dog. No, I've seen American Gothic, yeah.
Completely completely forgot that it was Lucas Black that plays the little boy in that.
Wow.
And I was watching
yeah.
it and I was like, he looks familiar. And then he talked and I was like, no, I know that voice. Why do I know that voice?
That boy can't hide that voice.
He cannot hide that voice. It's a great voice. Oh, honestly, I am so excited to delve into this series again because I fucking loved it when it was on TV.
Fair.
Nice. That's
You'll
great.
hear more about that next week, maybe.
Yeah. Love Lies Bleeding, written directed by Rose Glass, stars Kirsten Stewart, Katie O'Brien, Jenna Malone, Dave Franco, Ed Harris. And what is it about? Gym manager Lou falls for Jackie, a bodybuilder who is passing through town en route to a competition in Las Vegas, baby.
See, that's not what it's about. It's
Shh, you leave IMDb alone.
But that's what it's kind of been marketed as like this like sort of quirky love story with some like weird background shit with Ed Harris. It's not. It's about fucking roid rage.
Bex, what did you think to Love Lies Bleeding?
I don't know. It's a real odd duck of a movie, isn't it? Because it's quite
That
serious.
is.
But then there's Ed Harris and his weird hairpiece, and there's all that weird stuff, and then there's all this simmering tension and sexy shit with the two main characters, and then there's the attack of the 50-foot woman, and then it's just but it's really good fun. Like, again, all spoilers all the time. Just put your hand down. You can wait your turn.
I don't put my hand up so I can wait my turn.
The bit at the end where she finds her in the back of the truck still alive and then just strangles her and drags her out into the desert is just a great ending to that film. But yeah, there's some... I think the bit where she's a giant kind of comes out of the blue because it's not got much other weirdness in it.
Can I ask you both a question?
Yeah.
When the giant lady arrives,
Yeah.
right, and she grabs old Eddie Boy, right, and then takes a very certain pose, did you think, hang on a minute, where's she about to put Eddie Boy? Because I did a little bit. And then when that didn't happen, I was a little bit like, that would have been funny.
I don't think they were going for funny, but then I don't know by making her a giant what they were going for.
There's a little bit in that bit. That was my fucking walking around on Brighton Beach on a morning with a fucking little bag moment of this movie. Because she directed St. Maud. Yeah, that was my at that moment movie. But yeah, carry on, Beck, sorry.
Yeah. Overall, really, really liked it. That bit baffled me. They could have done that bit, given that it was tonally completely out of place in the movie. They could have done that bit by just having her run up and grab him by the arms and having Kristen Stewart just shoot him. They didn't need to make her a giant. So that bit really baffled me. But apart from that, I think it was like really well done. I think a sign for me of a successful movie of this type is that I think a lot of movies that feature gay characters, it's very much, it only works in that context. Like, it only works if the characters are gay. The bodybuilding character or the scrawny gym manager character could have been replaced by a guy quite easily, and the film could have played out the same way. And I think that these films need to just be films.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah.
And I think that if we're looking for like fair representation and things like that, then they can't just have that as a gimmick. It has to just be part of the narrative. And I think this film does that really fucking well. You believe in their relationship. I did anyway. Like it all happens very quickly. Yeah, they fall very hard, but then you've only got a certain amount of time to tell the story, and people do get swept away and stuff. So I did think it was believable. Their chemistry was good. I thought both of the main actresses were really good as well. Roid Rage Katie O'Brien was terrifying. Franco getting his face mashed to absolute fuck against that coffee table was great. The bits when they were moving him and his jaw was just flobbling around was fucking grim.
What was his jaw doing?
Flobbling.
Flobbling.
Just flobbling around.
Big fan. Big fan. Yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I thought Ed Harris was great, but then that's a given.
Yeah.
Jenna Malone was good as the sort of poor battered sister. I think she did quite a good job of that. I think she's a funny one, is Jenna Malone. She seems to just show up in stuff and you go, huh, it's an odd choice. But I thought she was good in it. I really, really enjoyed it.
Ian, what did you think to Love Lies Bleeding?
Yeah, no, I think I'll echo that, to be honest. I had a good time with it. It's, I thought he had a great mood. I thought Katie O'Brien was really, really good. Her just kind of like losing the thread once she starts getting roided up was cracking.
Portrayal of like her going from being this sweet kid from Oklahoma that's travelling to Vegas for a bodybuilding competition to then like the Hulk was just really well done. I think it's done in such a sort of gradual way that it's like, oh yeah, that's the whole thing. She's completely different than she was at the beginning.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. I suppose it's kind of more interesting for the fact that it's gnarly and the fact that it is like a depiction of a lesbian relationship, you know. I feel like it's almost like those were the two like things, and A24 were like, yeah, all right, we'll give you $10 million. You know, and job done. But yeah, God, I thought it was better than Saint Maud. Jesus Christ. So there was that. Yeah, I suppose like the Ed Harris character, I kind of wanted him to burst into life a little bit more. It felt like the most interesting thing about him was that he ate bugs.
Oh God, yeah, that bit where he ate the bug. Oh.
Yeah. But I know I liked it. It was a mood. But yeah, the bit at the end where she turns big, maybe a step too far, maybe. But I was enjoying it enough that it didn't completely derail it for me.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
The thing is, I didn't not like my time with Love Lies Bleeding. I enjoyed my time enough, but it's absolute fucking bobbins. It really is. Like, I've just met you, and you randomly, and I'm just going to give you these, I'm going to give you steroids, and this can't end badly.
Yeah.
It's just...
This is fine.
Again, I think Ian, you sum it up then. And I like the mood of it. I think the actual film is complete fucking bombs. She's fucking great, Katie O'Brien.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little bit controversial. I normally really like Kirsten Stewart. I think she's a bit crap in this. I enjoy spending time with her. Just some of her reactions to things were a bit like, oh, that's just bad.
I didn't think she emoted very much.
No. But then, like, the bit where she walks in and sees fucking Franco's floppy face on the floor, just that moment, her reaction to that is like, "Oh, that's bad. That's just bad acting." She just like she makes like an over the top like movement of face, and it's not like it's just a bit. Oh,
that's quite satisfying to say that Franco's floppy face.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Like I say, I like the atmosphere and the mood of it. I like the fact that, like I say, it's gnarly, it's a bit nasty, it's got almost like a what if Abel Ferreira decided to make a Coen Brothers movie vibe to it, which is a great thing to have. That's not a criticism. It's fun, which I definitely think Rose Glass is going for. I think she's going for fun.
Yeah.
There. So yeah, I dug it, but it is absolute fucking bobbins. Without question. It's fuck it. I'm going with that. Just
Katie O'Brien's going to be in the new Twisters.
who?
Katie O'Brien's going to be in the new
Good.
Twisters.
Yeah, nice.
Anna Barishnikov, low key fucking MVP.
She made a
Oh
really
God,
good
yeah.
Just for being
Fucking tragic she is. Jesus, wet.
just for being just the fucking living embodiment of icky. Yeah, she's just icky.
She is icky.
I liked how just icky she was. But yeah, I had a good enough time with it. I kind of wish it went a little bit more berserk with her becoming, a giant woman. Like, why did she have to go
Really
back to being a normal sized woman?
Why
Would
did
it
she
just been fun
stay giant?
if she just fucking stayed
Picked Kristen
giant?
Stewart up and just walked off into the sunset.
Yeah, that's it. I'll pick her up and she just fucking walks. They just walk off. And that's how it should have gone.
Oh, is Kiki singing?
No, I think that's Lottie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair.
Do you know what? I'm virgin on Geostorm, but I don't think it's shit, so I can't go Geostorm. So it's definitely not shit, because it isn't
Definitely
shit.
not
I just think it's bobbins. But good bobbins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely not shit for me.
Yeah, definitely not shit. It's a real fucking... It's a... I wonder if that burger place is good, and then after it you're going, man, that was fucking great, but Jesus Christ, I'm going to regret that tomorrow of a film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good fucking time with it.
Why were all the serving staff furries? That was weird.
Yeah. But I'm fucking giving it 5 out of 5 on Yelp.
Yeah.
Note for restaurant furries. Our audience poll, definitely not shit. Ooh, 50% touching cloth, 50%.
Oh, so no one gave it shit.
I thought that had been higher in the definitely not shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it's been met with, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like no one's going like that's the film of the year. And I think a lot of people when the trailer came out were saying that's the film of the year.
I kind of like that people aren't though, because it's not it's not imbuing it with credence that it just doesn't earn.
The thing is, I think all that does is raises expectations.
That's it.
And then
That's what I mean. Yeah. I mean, I will watch this again.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
And
Franco's floppy face.
yeah, and it's 100 minutes before credits.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What did you
enjoyed
all
it.
give Fall Guy, by the way?
What?
What did you all give Fall Guy?
I think we were both definitely not shit on it,
Yeah,
but like
pretty
mild, definitely not
mildly so. To be fair, it's disappointing.
Underwhelming.
shit. Yeah. Right, we do have questions. Rick Kidd. I remember growing up watching the Fall Guy TV show. Is there a childhood TV show that you'd like to see a film version of now?
The raccoon.
Banana Man, directed by Edgar Wright.
Raccoons.
Raccoons, yeah.
What, just like live action? It's a real raccoon.
I don't want like a Rocket Raccoon situation.
TV show that I used to watch as a child. I mean, I'd like a good Action Man movie at some point, or G.I. Joe, as it was also known.
Horror movie version of Noel's House Party.
I just don't say that out loud because I think that might be on the cards. I'm trying to think. There was when Inspector Gadget ended up coming out. Matthew Broderick got the role of Inspector Gadget. And that was because the studio picked him over Jim Carrey. Which just seems like the wrong choice at any point. So that would have been pretty cool.
Oh god, I know my actual answer.
What?
Fucking Thundercats.
That's
a good shout,
so
mate.
weird.
I don't care. Not even necessarily live action. I just want to see a movie of the Thundercats.
Oh, that'd be live action.
That would be weird as fuck.
That would be weird.
That would be great.
Yeah. I want it to be R-rated. Just for the fucking weirdness of it.
Just a weird like cat orgy going on.
No, I don't need to have a cat orgy. That's fucking... You took that to a sexy place rather than like just a violent place.
Oh, just violent.
I want it to be really
okay.
violent.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking loved the Thundercats.
Yeah.
That should be on something to watch.
I mean, it probably is on YouTube.
Yeah, but then it'd be shit quality.
Um,
Raccoons on YouTube.
Dylan Black Lanterns. I used to work in a record shop and would occasionally get given some interesting merch, from ugly duckling fake gold chains to a college dropout Kanye wood pencil case and colouring set. Have you ever had any cool or odd film or music merch? I have a toe.
Yeah,
I have a toe with nail polish.
you do.
Yep.
I have a Quantum of Solace themed Coke Zero shirt where the front looks like a tux.
Not weird so much. I've got some cool stuff.
I have some Rambo dog tags.
You do.
Yep.
That picture Ian got me. That's cool.
Yep.
My Suede Beautiful Ones music box is cool.
Yep.
No, nothing I'd classify as weird though.
I think I probably did when I was at HMV. I've probably just forgotten about them.
It'd be so fucking cool to work in a record shop, wouldn't it?
It was pretty cool working at HMV, I'm not gonna lie.
But like an indie one.
It would have been cool if it was an indie one, yeah,
like,
but...
like fucking film, what's it called?
High
High
Fidelity.
Fidelity.
Yep. But yeah. Ian, what are we covering next week? It's...
Oh yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Sorry, it took me a second there. Fucking hell. Yeah, we'll be covering Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am. I'm now done with the trailer, show me the film, is where I am with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I just don't want to rewatch them all.
Then don't.
But I don't know, I can't remember what happened in the last one.
Just rewatch War, because War is a fucking masterpiece.
Caesar died at the end. There you go.
War for the Planet of the Apes is fucking good.
I feel like I don't need to rewatch the... How many is there? Is this the fourth?
This is the fourth, yeah.
Four for like the modern ones. Yeah.
What's the second one?
Dawn.
I feel like that's quite good.
Dawn's good, yeah. They're all good.
I just watched Dawn and War.
Yeah.
I don't need to rewatch the first one. I've seen it so many millions of times.
Yeah, then just do that then. Or just don't watch any of them and watch Kingdom.
That's just wild.
I know.
I don't work that way. Is that weird Ryan Reynolds one out next week as well? There seems to be some screenings of that on the weekend.
Weekend previews. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Lottie to see that.
If, right. I was wondering if I can watch Deadpool. No, I don't think so.
We won't be able to watch that then next week because we'll be doing birthday shit, won't we?
What?
On the weekend.
Yeah, we won't get to If now, but we'll get to Kingdom.
Yeah, get to it the weekend after. It's alright.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. That was our show.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, listeners.
Thanks, guys.
I'll speak to you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.